Cardi B might not have any more Reebok redos in her future, but thankfully this last one left us with enough to look at for a long while. Cardi is more than just a renowned performer. She is a mother, a style icon, a fixture in pop culture, and, above all, a passionate person. She's broken every stereotype of what a superstar should be, and she got to the top by choosing her own route, not anyone else's. In 2018, Cardi B struck a contract with Reebok Classics for an endorsement deal that saw the Bronx native sporting the company's fashionable footwear and clothing everywhere. The company's official name for this partnership was Cardibok. Her debut Instagram outfit included a black and white jumpsuit and the then newly released Reebok Asterisk. By 2021, unless you bought the moment it dropped, you couldn't find it. It sold out faster than anyone, even the queen of barely their fashion, could have ever imagined. How did Reebok get started? Joe Foster, along with his brother Jeff, launched Reebok in 1958. At the time, it was just a small athletic shoe business with modest goals: take on the sports market and expand their company to the United States. Turns out, by 1983, Reebok sales had rocketed from $12.8 million to $310 million in 1985. In 1987, Reebok surpassed Nike as the leading athletics brand, and the sportswear company was still out-profiting them in 1989, with $1.82 billion in sales to Nike's $1.71 billion. One of the biggest styles in formal wear recently was actually inspired by Sybil Shepherd, who wore a pair of bright orange Reebok Freestyles to the 1985 Emmys. Jane Fonda was an aerobics queen and only wore Reebok in her videos, and Mick Jagger had worn them in his music video for Dancing in the Street with David Bowie. Reebok was knocking on the door of world dominance. If you weren't a child during the 1980s, it might surprise you to learn that Reebok once dominated Nike. Looking at them now, with Nike bringing in $37 billion a year and Reebok around $1.6 billion, it does seem pretty far-fetched. Adidas bought up Reebok in 2005, hoping they too could take on Nike more effectively. At the time, Reebok had a long-standing reputation with many basketball devotees as well as a pretty nice licensing deal with the NBA. That was the beginning of the end for Reebok. They could not play with the big boys anymore, and by big boys, we mean solely Nike. In 2021, Adidas sold Reebok to Authentic Brands. Authentic Brands owns a massive amount of big labels and therefore has a big influence on the market. Which brings us to now and how Cardi B got involved with Reebok. How did Cardi B get started with Reebok? In 2020, the Footwear News Style Influencer of the Year award went to Cardi. In an interview with them, she said fashion has always interested her. The things I wanted then are now within my means, Cardi told Footwear Network. She is now in a place where she has a lot of contacts in her fashion Rolodex, so it's easy for her to see her own designs literally come to life. When she teamed up with Reebok, she was aiming to empower women to stay true to themselves. The Summertime Fine collection premiered alongside matching footwear hues of the Cardi B Club C. Reebok and Cardi B worked together on the materials and construction of the sportswear line. Everything was specifically selected throughout the entire creative process. Nothing was put into production without Cardi's permission and after she tried it on. The collection draws inspiration from the 1990s with homages to vintage Reebok clothing and Cardi's specific memories of summers spent with friends on the Coney Island beachfront. The collection also shows how outspoken she is, which is what made her rework classic Reebok shapes into a collection that isn't afraid to be loud. Is Cardi B still working with Reebok? Cardi B released her final Reebok collection in December 2022. The second part of the Let Me Be Next Level Energy collection concluded the 4-year partnership. Reebok CEO, Todd Krinsky issued a statement saying, "We're so grateful for our partnership with Cardi over the years. Having the opportunity to collaborate with someone as passionate, iconic, and talented as her is an unmatched experience and will certainly leave a lasting impact on the brand." Since 2018, we have proudly pushed boundaries together, with an emphasis on inclusivity and self-expression, and this final collection really exemplifies and celebrates that. That's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.